Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have a fun thing for you today. We have finally got our hands on a box of Commander Legends. So the plan for today is we're going to be building a deck out of this whole box. That's right, we're going to be doing Boxing League. Let's see how this works and let's see what we get. Right, so let's crack in. So there's a ton of cool cards, obviously, in this set. If anyone's been keeping track of some of the videos we've done on the channel, there's a load of things we're excited about. So my initial thoughts going into building a Boxing League. Actually, first of all, what is a Boxing League? So a Boxing League is basically we're going to build a whole deck, whole Commander deck, 100 cards out of this booster box. Easier said than done, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of choices, a lot of things to go through. So my first inclination is basically find a good 3-color rare or 3-color partner combination if possible and build around that just because we'll have more cards. So people have done this with normal sets in the past. Let's crack in. So firstly, I was going to put them in color order just so we know what we're working with. So when people have done this in the past, they've been using normal draft sets. The thing with normal draft sets is there's more cards. You get 540 cards, I believe, in a normal draft set. With these, there's only 440, which is still a lot. Yeah, I guess the idea with this is that the power level is a bit higher, therefore we won't need as many cards. However, we do have a slightly smaller pool than normal, but there should still be plenty of stuff. I expect the fixing to be better for this in Commander, because obviously there's I would imagine we'll get one Arcane Signet in the box, hopefully a Soul Ring, that kind of thing. So I haven't got any predetermined ideas of what I want to build. I'm perfectly happy to let the cards take me. Good to see a Path of Majesty, get that in early. Yeah, this is the first box of this I'm opening. My wife does have one as well. She'll be doing this as well. First of all, she's going to be building... there we go. Well, we have a Kamal Heart of Krosa. If I was going to play partner, this would definitely be it. And putting you down here... Good to get that early. So, green then. Green then's on the menu. If I'm honest, I still want to look towards a 3-color partner. So unlike normal sealed in this set, where you're basically going to be more tied to the amount of cards that you have, so you can't just build a deck around the commander. Because we have more cards, I think we will be able to do that in this. Basically, I think if there's a good 3-color commander, I should just be able to force that and hope that I have enough playables. I think there's a ton of artifacts in this set that are good. So let's just crack on. Path of Majesty, cool card. Arcane Signet, there we go. We've got one. Ooh! Scroll Rack. Very nice, very nice. Good to have. So I currently own a gold border one of these, which is in my Ninjas deck, and so this will be replacing that, and the gold bordered one will probably take its place in my cube. Ooh, very cool. Correctly printed Monarch token. Very nice. Some more partners. Cool. So I'm not keeping track of how many packs we're in. We can see what we have left to go. I'll tidy up the rest later. So let's crack in. Maybe I'll put Scroll Rack to one side. We know we want to be playing it. Actually, we'll put you in the rares and mythic slot. There we go. So this may get messy as well. As I said, there's 440 cards to get through, which is quite a lot to try and... It's a decent sized pool. So in theory, we're going to be trimming that down. So from 440, we're going to be going down to about 64, maybe a bit higher, depending on the deck. Ooh, Plague Reaver. Full Murder, good. Murder's good. Black has removal. The shock of no one. So what we opened so far, Kamal is looking the most exciting. Still want to try and get a 3-color commander with green in it, so we can then play Kamal and play some of the other good cards. And obviously with the Boxing League as well, it is actually singleton. So getting multiples, that's the reason why I want to be in 3-color, just so we can have... So because we can't play multiples like a normal sealed pool that you can do with this set. Good. Ooh, Horizon Stone. So yeah, sorry. Because you can't play a normal Where am I going with this? Let's drink some tea. Let's drink some tea. Let's have fun. So yeah, in the normal sealed set, you can play multiples, you can play whatever you open. In the Boxing League, it's Commander, it's still singleton, so therefore we can't play multiples of cards. That's why I want to go into 3 colours, just so we have that depth, which you wouldn't normally be able to do. That kind of makes sense in my head. All right, let's crack on. So we're seeing plenty of ramp. I think we've got one of each of the diamonds now. Ooh, nice little reprint Storm Chamber. That was getting up in there in price. Move the packs over a little bit. Ooh, Kamal as well. Goes great with Kamal. So I personally really love this card. I won a Chaos draft basically with this card that got me a revised booster pack. My rare was Fork, before anyone gets too excited with that. But I have opened one revised booster pack in my time, and the final bit of damage was done with a Rip Scale Predator, I believe. So fun of that card. And also it's now a dinosaur, so good to see. So we're probably going to be playing a lot of artifacts, just because there's so many, and obviously they go in any deck. Haven't seen the 3-color Commander yet, but if not, we've still got Kamal, and I'm fine. Kamal's a good backup place to be. Court of Bounty, good. We're definitely playing Court of Bounty. I think whatever happens, we are playing green at this point. But what combination of green? All right, so we look to be about a quarter, maybe a third of the way through. Let's crack on. Apologies if you can hear people on bikes outside. This seems very similar to the last pack, so I'll hold them up a bit more so you can see. Moss Diamond, good, we like. Shaman. Another Opal Palace, Return to Dust. Ooh, am I just going to be playing... ooh! Okay, our first 3-color commander, Yurlok of Scorched Thrash. There is a video on this commander, how to build it in the wild. This could work in this deck. I like Jund. I like doing Jundy things. Jund and Kamal seems okay. He's going to put Yurlok to one side. So, that's... Okay, we're in a good place there with Yurlok. We'll have removal, we'll have card draw. We'll be in a good place with that. Okay, cool. So, unfortunately, there isn't really much that goes with Yurlok in this set, as far as I'm aware. Or the Yurlok and Horizon Stone. This is a combination. I'm not sure there's any way to untap Yurlok in this set. Rings of Brighthearth could double the triggers, probably. I always mix up Rings of Brighthearth and the other one that trigger effects. One of them does one of them does another one. But there we are. Okay. So just... Viper, good. Metamorphic Expanse, good. We have Fixing. Told you we would get there. Murder. So yeah, at the moment leaning towards the Jund just because of it being good. But Chroma's Will is a good card. Legendary creature. Apologies, legendary creature just go over here. And a Seraph of Dawn, very nice. I forgot there was a foil in every pack. That's cool. We haven't got anything... We're having some good. We've got, what, 1 mythic, I think, so far. Kamal, I'm fine with that. Cartographer. Fertilid, good bit of ramp there. We're kind of hitting all of our bases. I think we're going to get one of each. The good thing with this set, so, as I was saying, that there are less cards in the booster box, but the ones you're opening are going to be a higher quality for Commander. So this is just a decent board wipe in Commander. And ooh, a Staff of Domination. That probably goes in every deck. And goes in Yurlok quite well because it is a mana sink. Ooh, Jury Master View. This one seems really fun in the wild. We have a deck take on it to check it out. Am I putting multicolored spells? Have I just... Is this the first multicolored uncommon I've got? Oh no, it's legendary. Interesting. Okay. So there would normally be a pile for multicolored, but I don't know where that is right now. As I said, we're opening a lot of cards here. If this gets messy and is triggering anyone, I do apologise. We will try and clean it up in a little bit. Well, that's enchantment removal. Spark Harvest, good. So yeah, as I was saying, I think we'll probably get one of every common, like, staple card. So, we should hopefully have a diamond in each colour. Terramorphic Expanse, Opal Palace, like we have a Path of Ancestry. So we'll have, I generally think we'll be fine fixing and playing 3 colours. One thing that will come with that though is that, so like this one, we might not play this card in a 3-colour deck. We might, but just basically, are we trying to stick to one of each of the pips just to try and make the, ooh, good to see that, just to try and make the mana a bit easier, because obviously we're not going to have a spectacular mana base. Ooh, Sweet Recluse. Okay, green is looking very good. Nimrus. These 2. So yeah, by sticking to one of each pip in spells and not going too high into the doubles, it means that you can get away with a more budget mana base. There is a video coming soon. It's just taking a bit of time to write on building budget mana bases, and I'll go over some of that in this actually, because it will probably be relevant, because this is 100% a budget mana base, because we are opening it and building with what we have. That probably goes in. So yeah, again, in a 3-colour deck, this gets in just because it's a 3-mana 2/2. That's probably good enough. That draws you a card when it dies. That's something that seems like we want to be doing. Ooh, a big lad. Scale Behemoth we like. Ooh, and War Room, cool. That will 100% getting in. We'll stick it in the landish pile for now. Hamza, cool card. Again, deck tech on this one. If there's any commanders I haven't done a deck tech from this set, let me know and we'll start working on them. Once we get some of the new cards out of the way, we'll go back and do some of the older ones. These are getting a bit mixed up. Again, apologies, there's too many cards. Legendaries are here. Rares are there. Cool, perfect. Another Piper. Double Piper, anyone? So I was listening to a podcast recently, Solly Singleton, very good Cube podcast. I'd recommend it if anyone's into Cube. They had Gavin Verhey on, and one of the things they said is that apparently one of the ways you can use Prismatic Piper out in the wild is if you're playing like a sack deck with partner, so maybe like a mono black partner, or maybe the red black one. What's his face? The Goblin lad from the original one, or Goblin lady. I don't remember which way that one is. But you generate infinite mana, and then you have this as your free. Like if you generate infinite mana in a sack deck, you can keep bringing this back because it costs colorless. So there is actually some use for Prismatic Piper out in the wild, which is good. First person to get killed by a Prismatic Piper deck, let me know. I would be interested in that. Hey, okay. Decent enough board wipe in this. Ooh, and Kadama. Ooh, I do like Kadama. Again, another deck tech that we've done. Kadama and the red one. Ooh, which we have. So actually, let's have a quick look at that. So we do have a Kadama and Ellen Trapper deck tech. Is that where we're going to be going in this? Or maybe, just to make playables, we will go with the Jund. But these are definitely going in the deck anyway, because they seem fun together. Alright, let's have another sip of tea. Apologies. It's been a long week at work. Good to be hanging out and cracking some packs wildly. GoPro is still recording. Lovely. I love it when a plan comes together. So I think we're fine on playables. The piles are getting quite big. Good to see a find on elves. There's a ton of just good... One thing I like about this set is there's just so many good cards for commander players, which is kind of an obvious statement to make in a set aimed for commander. Nice mythic there. But commander product has always been good for new players, and I think this what it looks like is this is no exception. Someone who wants to get started in Commander could just go and buy a booster box. It might not be the best way to get started. Like I do think the actual precon decks are probably still the best way to get started in Commander, but as a first purchase, or if you're just picking up the odd booster pack, stuff like this common. I just forgot. So up top, I don't know if you can see it right now. That is my Commander staples boxes. I might need to get another one because it's going to be quite big after this. Because just stuff like Farhaven Elf, some of the ton of the artifacts just go in so many decks that ooh. Glad we got one of these 3 visits. Search your library for a forest card, put that card on the battlefield, and shuffle your library. This was really expensive about a month ago, and I'm glad it's now very cheap. I can go there, I guess. Ooh, Dawnglade Regent, another big green mythic. A green rare that gives us the Monarch. This probably gets in this format. This seems pretty good. Love me some Monarch. All right, all right. So again, we're looking like we're leaning towards the look. Again, mainly for the colours. The pile of empty booster packs is building quite dramatically. And again, I'm thinking I want to be 3 colours just so I have a good selection of cards to choose from. My worry with going 2 colours in a boxing league is that I'm just gonna be playing cards of a weaker value. Like I'm gonna having to play some worse cards to make playables. However, saying that, there does seem to be a ton of good cards in this set, so I don't actually think we'd have too much trouble making playables, especially when you can, like, the stack of artifact cards is bigger than any other stack. I don't know if you can see it from top down, but I think with that in mind, we wouldn't have any issues making playables. Alright, so 2 mythics so far. What else do we want? I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying how this is going. Good to see you all. Let's crack on. Corpse Chen, Diamond. So yeah, we're getting a ton of the stuff that we actually need to make the deck work. And then on top of that is just the added spice. Ooh, that seems good. Austere Command, very cool. So yeah, the way I'm probably going to do this, just to make it a bit easier, is rather than just going through every colour, as I was saying, I'm going to build it on the commander first, because there isn't a colour that I've seen that I think we're going to be light on playables. I think by going 3, I think we're going to be able to cherry pick the best cards in those colours. So that's why we're leaning towards 3 right now. Pile's getting too big. Oh, our first of the lands. Very cool. Spectator seating, good to see these lands getting a reprint. Fortunately, it doesn't go in this deck as it is. Are there any multicolored cards? Legendaries? I've literally looked at every card in this set, and I'm only just realizing this now. There must be some multicolored cards that aren't legendaries. All right. Final stretch now. What do we want to open? What would go well in our deck? Many things. Huh? Partner, anyone? Does that work? I don't think that does. But cool, we have 2 of them. So if our pool was trying to send us a sign, it is 100% sending us a sign. I think our white actually... We're getting some good rares in our white, which... You're a commander, aren't you? Yeah, we're getting some good rares in our white. I just don't think we have a decent white commander to compete with some of the other cards. Alright, as I said, home stretch. Cascade is good. Cascade is good. Haven't seen a commander for it, unfortunately. Or not too many of the... Ooh, come by witches! Pauper! You're welcome, I guess. Although, saying that, Pauper's probably going to have... Ooh, reshape the earth! Well, big and green and dumb. I don't think we have anything landfall-y in this deck, but that's still good. Ooh, okay, just talking about Cascade. This could also be fun. I will check how much Cascade we have, but... Averna the Chaos Bloom. That one could be a ton of fun. Put you up there. And Belka. I don't think... So, in Pauper and Cubes, there is an infinite combo with this, but I doubt that we have the ability to do that in this. I haven't seen any free sack outlets. Viscerasir, that's in it. Ooh, so maybe there is an infinite combo with that. I guess we see. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Another Opal Palace. Ooh, Magus of the Order. We like this. I mean, it gets Kamal. Ooh. I think no matter what happens, we're playing green. And we're playing Kamal in some form. Ooh, foil of this. Again, I think this card's awesome. I just haven't worked out directly how to break it yet. If you know how to break it, let me know down in the comments below. Would be appreciated. Right. Alright, we have 2 packs after this, so this is the 3rd to last pack. I'm not entirely sure what we're looking for right now. I'm kind of just seeing how... Oh, I think that's actually our first command tower. So that's... There we go. We did it. We have a mana base. I forgot that was in this set. Ooh, Neville's. So we have... Interaction. Oh, we have a board wipe. Alright, 2 packs to go. What do we want? Let's just open a Mythic. Let's just open a Force of Will. Why not? I doubt it. We could be playing blue with Everina now. Alright, we're getting towards the end. So what I'll probably do after this is I will tidy up a bit. Just a little bit. You don't need to see that on camera. Just assuming that... Ooh, Sars will choose one. Yeah, this card's good. We like this card. Impy, good. Oh, I haven't actually opened my favourite card in the set, which is Arden, the white uncommon commander. That one seems like a ton of fun. That's probably going to be the first one I'm going to be building out in the wild. It may be Rograk, or it may be partnered again. I can't remember the bloody card's name. The goblin. I'm sure people are shouting at me. The Radkos goblin. Make like a curses tribal deck, because that could be fun with the vowels you get here. Sekishima's Will. Ooh! So I think this was the only one we've opened in this. These look fantastic in real life. Yeah, these look great. Hopefully they're not going to bend as much as normal foils, but yeah, these look great. Horror token. Okay. So let's have a quick go through the commanders. So these are our 3 coloured ones. Actually, I opened you first. These are our 3 coloured ones. If I'm honest with you, I'm probably going to be playing one of these. So if we have Cascade cards, I'll consider this. Others we're going to be playing Your Luck. Imitate seems good. We do have a lot of artifacts. A lot of cards. Let's go through. Kadama is going to be great. I mean, could we just go mono green? Could we just be mono green? I mean, if you want a short video, there we go. Call it a day. But we'll probably... I'm going to look at Your Luck. I think there's some more fun with that. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tidy up a little bit and we'll be back in one moment. All right, everyone. Let's just check we're recording again. Cool. All right, welcome back. So the 2 leading commanders so far are Your Luck and Vrena. I've gone through the pool, and these are the Cascade cards that we have. We have 2 of those, so we can't play that. So that's not many, if I'm honest with you. Again, the colours it lets us play are also a reason for for having it in the deck, but I'm leaning towards Your Luck. Now, there may be a better partner combination in here, but from going through it, Kamal is by far the best partner. The second best one is probably Kadama, I would say. Maybe with Alina for an extra colour. But basically, the way I'm thinking of doing this is I'm going to go with Your Luck, just to have more options with the colours I have available to me. Because I have a small pool, I want to be able to play as much of that pool as possible. So Your Luck is the way we're going with it. Your Luck is the 3-colour lad. So with building this, I'm not going to do the normal sealed pool thing of just curving it out and working out from there. I'm going to do this how I build a commander deck. So that means finding my 8 bits of ramp, 8 bits of interaction, 8 bits of card draw, that kind of thing. So let's start going through the pool and pulling out the 8 bits of ramp. So first things first, let's just have a quick... Sorry, I'm just looking through the rares. I'm going to pull out the ones in our colours first of all. Sorry, I'm just going to go through the rares first and pull them out just so I know what we're working with here. You're not rares. Maybe we do just play a scroll rack, because why not? Okay, so we'll put these to one side so we know we're working these. We're probably playing all of these, if I'm completely honest with you. put these there. So first things first, we're going to work out our ramp. So shockingly, a lot of that will be in green. So let's just go through and pull out the bits of ramp. So I want 8 bits of ramp first of all. And again, no multiples in this format, so we're going to be putting some of these cards back. 3 visits, very good. I'm fine being a green-based deck. That's always a good way of... So with budget mana bases, if you're base green, you will have an easier time building everything. So that's kind of why that's why I'm going through the green first, because I know green will have some options for me. I think that's everything for ramp. I might have gone through something a bit quickly. So we have 5 bits there. I'm sure we can find 3 in our artifacts. So Sisay's Ring, possibly. So again, these aren't necessarily the ones we're going to be playing. I don't really like Pilgrim's Eye. This is a personal opinion. These aren't necessarily the ones we're going to be playing, but these are the ones we will be considering from. What's diamond? Do we want? Do we have the black diamond in here? So I'm also looking for things that ramp us immediately. So things like Pilgrim's Eye and our Melusphere are decent, but as we're a green-based deck, I think we can do a little better. Cool, so we have 1 diamond of each colour. We have Thought Vessel. I thought we opened a Arcane Signet. Maybe we didn't, unless I put it in the land. Apologies, I'm sure this is... Alright, don't see it there. Did we put it in the land? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So, this could be our ramp package, so just to go through it. I will curve this out. So, oh, I won't curve it. I'll just pull it out and put it into each section. So again, we're looking for 8 bits of ramp here. So Gifted Paradise is probably weak because it's Sisay's Ring. So no Soul Ring, unfortunately. But, you can't have everything. So basically, the ones that taps for colours are going to go in first. So Findhorn Elves, 3 visits, Arcane Signet. These definitely get in the deck. Farhaven Elf, just because it's on a creature as well. And Fertilid, because there should be some +1 counter synergies in this, so we can kind of synergize with that a little bit. Cool, everything's still looking good. I need to stop touching the camera, just trust it works. So I'm fine playing a Fire Diamond, a Moss Diamond, and a Charcoal Diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm leaning towards those. We'll keep these to one side. If we're going to add one, it'll probably be Spectral Searchlight, because it works with Yurlok, something to consider. That may mean it actually gets in. These are just a bit too expensive. I mean, they are fine. These will do a good job in this budget build, but I want to keep my mana or my ramp as low as possible, just so I can get it out and play more low drop stuff. But we'll keep these to one side in case we want to make any changes later, in case we're looking for other cards. So ramp spares can just go to one side over here. We'll keep this in the maybe pile. So we have 9 bits right now. We'll try and cut that down to 8 when we actually curve out the deck. Cool, so that is that done. Okay, let's look at card draw. This is going to be a bit more tricky and jund. Alright, so let's just go through the rares and mythics again. That's kind of ramp, so that gets in the maybe pile as well. Again, we'll look at that in a bit. Oh, so does Alina. We have more ramp. That's going to be the one thing to this, is keeping track of where all the cards are. So card draw. So by this we're going to be looking for Monarch. That's going to be a good way of getting card draw. Actually, there was some in the artifacts section. Where did that go? Alright, so some artifacts. So Staunch Throne Guard to get in. It is card draw. Let's just check what we have. We could be big rampy deck, so that could get in as well. Alright, so I'm actually just going to... so one thing I can do is one of the reasons I just cut straight to this command is so I can just cut 2 colours. So I don't have to go through these cards. I don't have to worry about this whole section here. I can focus on the black, the white, and the green. So those are our colourless bits of card draw. Let's see what black has to offer. So I'm going to pull out, so the next section is going to be interaction and removal anyway, so we'll pull those out as well. So by going past through the cards, we can get through some of the cards. It's technically card draw. Board way. Ooh, I'm seeing some. So we could have a tokeny sub-theme in this, which could be fun. No, we're not doing stuff with the graveyard, unfortunately. Probably just looking. Ooh, corpse churn. That's technically card draw. Technically speaking. This replaces itself. This isn't directly card draw. Monarch, you get in. I'm going to put you to one side because I like you. We can go up here, as can that. And that is interaction. So again, we're going through, looking for, just right now, card removal. I don't like this card. Not in this deck. If we could gift it to someone, then I think it'd be good. But I think it's just going to kill us, if I'm honest with you. We don't have too. I don't see too much graveyardy stuff apart from Victimize. If this was the blue-black deck, maybe that wants things in the graveyard, but not so much with the Jund version. For Action Rager, however, you replace yourself. You draw a card. I like you. We'll put one of these in here as well. Why not? Ooh, your removal. Okay, so killing stuff doesn't seem like too much of it. Too difficult. Okay, so put the black away. So red will have some explosion witches. That's kind of card draw. It works for me. Rummaging Goblin? Maybe. That's a bit of a punt. Fiery Cannonade seems like a quite decent board wipe in this format. Humble Defector is cute. I don't overly like it, if I'm honest with you. We do have a lot of sack stuff, so it could be a way to go with this. It's a punch, kind of. Just going through again, we're looking for removal and... So the reason I'm doing this first is this just gives us the base of the deck. This means that we will have stuff like This is like the nitty gritty. This will give us a functioning deck, and then we can kind of work out the cool cards after that. So I know this isn't the most exciting part, but this is actually generally what I do when I build a deck. I want to make sure it's in a place where it works first, and then you kind of add the cool bits that you want to add afterwards. So I think I saw the entourage in here. Ooh, you get in. I like you. Entourage goes in. Again, it's just good to go through your cards. Maybe it replaces itself. So if the effect is good enough, then having a card that replaces itself is good. But on like a 1-mana instant, I don't like that too much. Not in this kind of deck. Your removal. It's the Ambush Viper. It's the Green Doomblade. So this is potential card draw, but it depends if we're going in the counters theme, which I don't think we are, like, not full board. Ooh, Hunter's Insight. I love this card. Didn't recognise it because it's got the new art. This will definitely be getting in. This card's great. Okay. So that looks like a decent amount of card draw. This looks like a decent amount of removal. Let's have a quick look what we got. So Ambush Viper, Rex Sage is 100% going in. Soul's Fire, maybe not. Fiery Cannonade, definitely. Guildleaf Winnower, definitely. Fleshbag, maybe not. Cast Down will kill everything apart from Commanders. This will kill non-black creatures. Board Wipe. Yeah, so I think actually we're fine cutting Fleshbag Marauder and Soul's Fire. We'll put them over in the maybe pile. Oh, we're getting too many piles all over the place. So let's just have a look at this. So I will clean this up now. make it all nice and shiny for you guys. Ambush Viper, Rex Sage, Fiery Cannonade, Gilt Leaf Winnower, Cast Down, Ghastly Demise, Feast of Succession. Also draws us a card, so this is, I think, going to be a slam dunk in this deck. Spark Harvest, Eye Blight Massacre. 4. I don't have a 4. I have 2 3s. There we go. And Murder. So we have enough. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 10. That's a decent place to start. We'll probably cut this down to 8 when we actually get to the deck building, but we'll have a look at that once we get to the curve. So I'm fine being a couple. So we're aiming to run 8 bits in the deck. I'm fine cutting that down by 2 when we get to the actual curve part. We can see how it all looks. Okay, now for the card draw, we have Hunter's Insight, Silverback Shaman, Entourage. Oh yeah. Elvish Visionary, Rummaging Goblin. Technically not card draw. Explosion in Riches. Basic math, Daniel. Alright, Phyrexian Rager, Thorn of the Black Rose, Corpse Churn, Bitter Revelation, Sandstone Oracle, and Staunch Throne Guard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. So we have 12 bits here. If I'm honest with you, these are probably coming out. I don't know, actually. These are probably the ones I'm not going to play, but because Silverback Shaman, while not a great bit of card draw, it's still a 5/4 for 5, so that might mean it gets in. But we have options here. So again, because we just have so many cards to work through, I'm just trying to bring it down to a manageable section. So we have 8 bits of. So we're aiming for 8 bits of ramp, 8 bits of card draw, 8 bits of removal. So that brings us to 24. So we have another 30 or so cards, 40 or so cards. Damn, my math is awful. To try and fill in, but that's the base of the deck. So with that said, so basically this section here is stuff that we know works. It's a good base, so we've just cut down a load of cards. Now we're going to do the fun part and go with the cool stuff. So Kamal is cool. Alina is cool, probably gets in the removal section. Kadama, also cool. Necrotic Hex also gets in the removal section. So we have some extra bits there in the rares. So they can go there. Now let's just go through the rares again, which is definitely 2-hand. I didn't put it somewhere else. Sweet Glum Recluse is good. This is going to happen. I've lost the rares. I might cut this bit out, but I might not. If you're seeing it, then ooh, bonus content. All right, let's just bring out the cool cards that we might want to play. I think we could do a sacrifice style sub theme because we have a ton of we have token makers in our colors. We have some cool effects. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Also, Jund shouldn't have an issue with stuff dying. So, and that could actually be a lot of fun. Yeah, I like that idea. So what I'm thinking now, I'm kind of thinking on the fly a little bit with this. Oh, good, I found the rares. So green will ramp us, and then the red-black cards will kind of help with the sacrifice stuff. Green will give us tokens probably, and give us stuff that wants to die. So again, I'm just bringing out some cool cards. So yes, obviously, actually Nev's desk gets in the removal slot. This gets in the card draw slot. Scroll Rack, we're going to play Scroll Rack, because Scroll Rack seems good. This works with our commander. This is a great bit of removal. This is card draw. This is technically card draw. Big bit of ramp. WinCon, nice. I probably don't play Blim. Don't think we're going to be playing Blim, but we'll probably play as Sat's Will, and we'll play Victimize. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, so we do have a ton of cards which work with the kind of Saki style theme. Those are the cards I'm going to bring out. So I'm going to go through the colors again and just bring out cards that work with sacrificing stuff. because Jund will want to be doing that. Also, Encore stuff, at the end of turn, when Encore creatures die, when the tokens die, when they're Encored back, they will trigger sacrifice stuff. So I believe in black we have one of the... So let's look at some Encore stuff. I think we kept that in, but I'll just bring it down there anyway. So a sack outlet. I like this card. The artwork is awesome. However, the double black pits might make it a bit difficult. So yeah, this was important. Nadier's Nightblade. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This is good for the kind of group slug thing that Yurlok wants to be doing. So I think this will get in. Eyeblight, colors. So I'm looking for things that interact with tokens or make tokens. So Moorfield Twins. So Nadir works with tokens. This is a free sack outlet as well. Very good. We like that. That's a bit too not great. A bit too not great. Yes. Very good, Daniel. Very good. You're nailing this. So again, looking for token synergy stuff, if I'm honest with you. So sack outlets, things that make tokens. Unfortunately, this doesn't ping... Yurlok doesn't ping creatures. It just pings players, so the Death Touch won't be as useful. Cool, so that's the black. There should be some token stuff in green. Alright, tokens. So we may have some elves, so Imperious Perfect is in because it makes elves. We have better removal than this, so we're probably not playing Ancient Animus. Apologies, need to remember to hold it up. Apologies if you haven't been able to see some of the cards. So we're looking for token makers or token matters cards. We don't seem to have as much in green. Maybe this does get in if we're going to be playing tokens. We'll go in the maybe pile, if I'm honest with you. What are these? These were the maybe pile. Okay. I played Callers was in this. Oh, it's already in. Cool. This is no pile. Okay. Cool. Glad we are getting there. Okay. So quickly going through looking for token makers. Or tokens matters cards. Don't appear to have... Ooh, what do you do? I like that card. It might get in. The one thing is that some of these Encore cards are quite expensive. Fortunately, we are in a deck that's going to be making a lot of mana, so that part is fine. Okay, now let's check red for token synergies. So when you sacrifice another permanent, perfect, that gets in. So we can sacrifice the rocks. That is a sack thing. That gets in. Portent of Betrayal maybe get in, because if we gain control of something, if we have enough stuff to sacrifice things, then we can sack it. I like that card. So this will make treasure tokens, and when you encore it back, it'll make more treasure tokens. That seems pretty good. I will keep an eye out with this card how many artifacts we end up running and things that make artifacts. This is a maybe, if I'm honest with you. Dragon Egg, you kind of make tokens. I mean, you do make a token, but you're not what I want to be doing. I'm mainly looking for creature tokens, if I'm honest with you, so I don't think Brazen... Mainly because I want things to be attacking as well as that kind of stuff. Oh, you make the Monarch. I think we have better. We'll put you down there in the maybe pile. Again, just holding them up here is a bit weird. Okay, cool. That is a sack outlet, so that's what we're going to be doing with you. Cool. So those were the colours. Let's just double check through the last part of the multicoloured legends and see if there's anything. Okay. That is a sack. That is a sack payoff. That kind of thing. So Kesset, the Flesh Sculptor. You can sack 3 other artifacts on creatures and look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, the other into your graveyard. That seems like a decent bit of late game card draw in this kind of deck. And this does make a token. Yeah. if we're sacking tokens, this could be quite interesting. So, or sacrificing treasure or artifacts. I think we could actually have... Are we the sacrifice artifact deck? Maybe. That might change some of the earlier picks. If we are doing that, then RX goes in, maybe. There's too many cards. This is difficult. 100 cards building a deck from is difficult, but I think we're getting there. Let's just double check what these were. These were good cards. Okay. Right, this is the electro package. Okay, so we've whittled it down. We have our card draw, we have our removal, we have our ramp. These are the cards that I've gone through that I think build a kind of cool synergistic style package. So if you're doing this at home, do the ramp part first, then do the removal, then do the card draw, and then find the cool bits from there. Cool, 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 cool. Ooh, actually, it just reminded me, if we're playing sack stuff, then we want to run Grafted Wargear, because this is a free sack outlet, which is cool and what we want to be doing. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So let's start curving out with what we have. So 5 mana. Let's move this over. Basic maths. Come on now. 2, 3 comes after 2. So because I know some of these cards are coming out, I'm just making decisions on the. I'm making exact decisions on cards we want to cut. What I'll start doing is start looking at the curve once it's all out, and then we can go from there and just remove cards. So I can already. So the 5-drop's already looking a little heavy. Even though this is Commander, curve is still important. See. Then you can, like, all our ramp just does this so well. I'm actually kind of fine running more of the ramp, if I'm honest with you, just because this is going to be a big deck. So already from the curve, that's getting to the number of 5-drops I want to run anyway. Let's just count and see where we are right now. So 36. So we need another 30 cards. This should do that. I'm trying to get the 30 cards to be in the 2 or 3 drop, fill out the 4 and not go too much higher, but we'll see where we are. So Grafted Wargear gets in. You get in. This Everex is a maybe. We'll put maybes over here for now. The 5s are looking a bit... Right, so the sack stuff starts coming in. Actually, it was 29 because I didn't include Yurlock with that. I think you get in. Again, we'll curve this out and then we can see which section is looking a bit hefty and then make some cuts where needed. Because our 5s are looking a little bit... That's not 5. That's 6. Oh, that's much worse. Our 6 are looking pretty chunky at the moment. So I think this is good. We have a pretty good Jund token sacrifice style deck coming together here, which works pretty well with some of our big payoffs like Kamal, because Kamal we want to go wide with anyway. And Kamal with Magus of the Order seems fantastic. Sorry, the 3s are kind of looping around a little bit. Alright. This is 7+, okay? This is the 7+ section. Squirrelite doesn't need to be in this deck, but it's in the deck. We opened it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3s. Apologies, we're trying to make it all fit on camera. Hope you can see that. Let's check you can see that. Cool, so this looks like too many cards. Let's have a quick check at how many we have. Okay, so 74 cards. That's at least 8, maybe 10 cuts. We'll start with 8 and see where we end up. So I think first of all, let's look at the 5s. The 5s are a bit too thick. So SARS will choose one, control a commander as you cast a spell, to choose both. If each opponent sacrifices a creature, I like this effect. This card has to go in. That seems dumb. Okay, so it's going to be the commons or uncommons. It's going to be the commons or uncommons, if I'm honest with you, that are going to be getting cut here. Just they're the least powerful. I want to be playing the Monarch cards because of what they do. This just synergizes well with our commander, Horizon Stone. So it's these three, which gives us more tokens. This gives us 4 tokens. This also gives us 4 tokens, but these stick around. I think we play. Actually, I think we play both of these and we cut the double green spell. That seems like a good. So we have 1 cut. Okay, we may be coming back to this section. Let's go through the 6s. Okay, so I'm fine cutting this one, and I'm just going to compare Moorfield Twins to these two. So this is a 6 mana 4/4 that gives us 2 bodies. This is a 5 mana 3/4 that gives us 4 bodies. I don't think we need to run all 3 of these, and the 2/2s are bigger, so I think we cut. Encore's a new mechanic. I want to try it. Whether this is correct or not, I don't know. But we're going to cut this. Okay. This won't actually cost this much, so that's decent there. So let's look at the 4s now. Neverdisk is great. Emerald Captain gives us Monarch. Court of Bounty is insanely good in this, I think. Tormod makes tokens, but we don't actually have that much Encore, so Tormod is quite an easy cut, actually. Inara. Come on. It's a 4 mana 4/4 that doesn't do much else. Unfortunately, I think the Wolf Beast comes out. Magus of the Order is great. Kamal's Will is great. I think this is fine. I know comparing these cards, this looks better. This is a 4 mana 4/4 that gives our commander indestructible on our turn. We don't really care about that. People aren't going to be killing it on our turn. They're going to be killing it on their turn. This wants to be an aggro style thing. This gives us bodies, which is what this deck needs. So this is why, synergy-wise, this gets in. Again, Encore, we like. Your board wipe. Card draw. Fighting. Okay, so we've cut 5. We have 5 left to go. Let's just have a look down the early drops. Are you good enough to get in? Yes, this one thing makes. So this one card makes a ton of tokens. Let's do the math. So 1, then 4, 1, then 2, then 7, then 10. Is that right? Does one card make 10 tokens? That stays in. Maybe my math's off there. The good part is I'm liking how this deck is looking. It seems like fun. So I think I'm fine with most of the. Maybe you come out. It's a 3 mana spell that adds a green. We have better stuff than this. We don't have too much stuff with 6 or more. So you have to spend this mana to make it. I don't think you're great. I think you get cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're on. We want 4 more cuts. So it should be Scroll Rack. Yes, we're cutting Scroll Rack. We need to actually be sensible with this. We have no top of the deck, top of the library matters stuff. As I said, it'll have a place. We're fine opening Scroll Rack, but we don't actually want it in the deck. All right. So let's just read you again. As soon as it costs this fastest spell, sacrifice any number. Actually, this just seems that annoyingly seems really good, and I don't think I should cut it. So I'm kind of fine with you. Okay, so we are currently at 66 cards. What I'm looking at, because I forgot we had Nev's disc, I'm going to cut Eyeblight Massacre. I think we're going to call it there. 65 permanents, 35 lands seems decent, especially as we have we have about between 8 and 10 bits of ramp. That seems like a decent enough number for me. Mana base wise, it doesn't seem too complex because our only double pips are mainly on green spells. We have Guildleaf Winnower and Furnace Celebration, but apart from that, and Murder obviously, but we don't have to play that on curve. Yeah, I think this looks really. I think this looks pretty strong. Let's have a look at the mana base while we are here. So we'll be running Terramorphic Expanse. We're not going to be running. I think it's a good card, but we're not going to be running it just because we want to make sure we cast our spells. Palace is fixing War Room. So ignore what I said. War Room is strong enough that it gets in the deck. I think we're probably playing a Rupture Spire as well, just to make it. Ooh, and those are the lands. All right. So let's quickly count up the pips. So we have 27 black pips in the deck. 13 red. That's pretty good. 13 red. That's a decent. So it's looking like red is kind of a splashy color, as it were. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, perfect. So it looks like we're basically a black-green deck. Shockingly for me, we're a base black-green deck, if anyone knows me. Golgari all the way. So if we split our land, so we have just non-basics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 29 basics to play with. So let's get the calculator up. Okay, so I think we can get away with 8. So the way I'm doing this, because red is the splash color, there's probably a better way of doing this, but this is how I'm working it in my head. We're going to have a quarter of our lands be mountains. So that's about 8. 8 of the 29 that we want. So then 29 minus 8, 21. 21 divided by 2 is 10.5. So we'll then be running 10 swamps and 11 forests. There is a better way of doing the math to this, like in terms of actually doing percentages, and that is actually the correct way of doing it. Do the percentages. Also, you can work out your sources, so we can see this taps for any color. Generally speaking, because we have one of each of the diamonds, the Fine Elves and the 3 visits, they do fetch the other colors, but they require green, so I tend to not put them in the sources. You can do if you want. Sweet. So this would be the deck. I'll bring it up on screen now so you can see it, and I'll put it in the description below so you can actually have a look at it fully. And let me know what you think. I think this seems like a lot of fun. I can't wait to play this with some friends. I doubt the gameplay, like the 4-player games, will be up on the channel because we're having some fun as friends. But I might play a game against my wife, hopefully. We're going to do the sealed pools first, and then if we have time over the weekend or maybe next weekend, and I ask her very nicely, then we might be able to get some games with this in. But this seems like a ton of fun. Let me know if any of you guys are doing the Boxing League. I think it's a really cool way of getting games in. It's a good way of just not feeling like you're wasting a booster box, if you know what I mean. We've all been guilty of just cracking booster boxes for little value in our times, and this is a fun way of doing it. I think it's probably one of the best sets for doing it. As you can see, we were not short of playables. Every card in this, I think, is decent at what it does. We're playing a good amount of our rares and mythics, and I like that fact. So, cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Let me know what you think of the deck. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let me know if there's any commanders from the set or any old commanders you'd like to see a deck take on. We'll be going back to those from the start of next week. So with that, thank you very much, everyone, and goodbye.